What is up, guys? It is Aaron here with the Rookie Geek, coming at you again with another lightsaber review. I feel like I'm, every time I think I'm getting towards the end of my lightsaber collection, I end up getting another one. Not complaining. I am absolutely obsessed with lightsabers, and I will collect as many as humanly possible. So this time, I'm going to do Pack Store again. I did my my Darth Revan over here, my RVS hilt with the Asteria Neopixel. Really awesome saber. If you haven't checked out my review for that, go look at it. I am nothing but pleased for it. It is my favorite hilt. And, you know, that might be because Revan is one of my favorite Force users, but, you know, neither here nor there. So one thing that caught my eye on the Pack Store is now they have a gunmetal Boars Dragonslayer, and that's what we're dealing with here. So Pack Store, quality hilts all the way around, good size, but not too big. I feel like this is a good two-hander, but easily done one-handed. I did have a friend that has another Boars Dragonslayer, an earlier model, and I could be totally wrong on this, but he said that his balance is a little off with that one, so a little heavier on the top at the emitter than it is down here at the bottom. However, unless I'm seeing it incorrectly, their pommel is a little different in the other model. So this one here is pretty great. It's got a nice little key ring for you. If you give a CoverTech belt clip or something, it'll still work for that. But pretty clean design all the way across the board. It's one of those sabers that just tells me immediately I'm going to get a leather wrap. When I ordered this, in fact, I went ahead and just ordered a leather wrap just because I knew it was gonna happen. I think I'm gonna go blue with this one. But we'll cover that next. This will actually be the saber that I'm gonna do a wrap video for, just to give you an idea of what to do if you decide you want to wrap your saber. But we'll go ahead and get into the electronics of this. So obviously it is a Proffie Neopixel. Comes with a blade plug when you pull it out of the box. Mine was not charged. Luckily, I have batteries that will fit it. So I was able to play with mine right away, but always, anytime you buy a saber, I don't care what company it's from, I don't care if it's an RGB, a NeoPixel of any kind, you're gonna have to charge it. You're gonna have to charge it for about 4 hours. I know you wait that long to get your saber, but any avid collector of lightsabers, especially dual-worthy lightsabers, will tell you that that's just not something you want to do. So here we are. You get this. You get your Neopixel blade here. If you are unfamiliar with Neopixel, I like to go through this every time. This is the difference maker. All of your LEDs are right here in the blade, okay? So you have all your electronics, your soundboard, you have your speaker and everything down in there. With a Neopixel, you have a connection, and unless you have something in there to make that connection, you're really not going to get anything besides sound out of it. So keep in mind, if you get a regular polycarbonate blade, it is hollow on the inside, has some plastic wrapping and stuff to make the reflection and kind of give it an even feel. With this one, though, you don't have that issue in any way, shape, or form because you just have all of the LEDs in there and everything is programmed inside your board here. So you get that, and then they give you, Ultimate Works / Pack Store gives you these chargers, and I love them. Just a nice little wedge there for your battery, and then right here at the top there's a battery indicator, and that's the part that I love, because a lot of times before this you kind of had to play the guessing game on how much battery life you had. This one actually shows you in 2 different ways, and I'll show you that here in just a second when we tackle the electronics. So you get that. Of course, you're going to get your Allen wrench and your retention screw. That is always, you know, in every saber I've ever gotten anyway. So we'll go through the electronics. I'm going to do it with the blade plug-in because I want to do just a little bit of spinning and things like that later. Anybody who's seen my spinning in the past, it is very mediocre. But just to give you an idea of what it's like when you swing it around. So we'll go ahead and here. Now, I will say, this is the only lightsaber I've ever had that when you click it off, all you have to do is tap it one time. I have had lightsabers in the past that you have to hold it for a few seconds before it's going to go down. Actually, pretty much all of my sabers are like that. So we'll go ahead and get it started here. Now you don't have to actually take it; it's already open all the time. If this would be your first Neopixel and you've had RGB up to this point, you know, you're gonna have to, you know, understand that it's going to be a little different for you in the button department. Now, one thing about this, the only negative thing that I will say is that switch button I thought was supposed to stay lit, and on the website when I saw it, the light was blue. That was a minor disappointment, not a big deal. The sleekness of the blade is really why I picked it. So we have this sound font. Now keep in mind, you can change the color of the blade on any of these, but I'm just going to keep them on the ones they have. So we have that. Now, this is where it's going to come in. You have a little button on the bottom here. It's the same thing with my RVS saber over here, so I'm assuming it's fairly standard with your Pach Ultimate Works hilts. But that is how you change your sound font.
Smooth Jedi.
Now, one other thing I will say, doesn't have a lot in the variety of sound fonts when you change or when you go to change the sound font, the sound that you hear, it actually recycles that sound a few times, but no big deal. Again, I mean, that's not something you're really worried about. I also will say, as a side note, I'm used to silver ones, but this gunmetal really does a good job at keeping fingerprints off of it. It doesn't look like it would, but it does. So then we go with this one, and we got more of a straightforward blue. Very responsive on the motion sensor. Very responsive on the flash on clash. See, just a quick tap and it's already off, like that. I mean, just quick on and off. I love it.
Smooth gray.
Smooth gray. Now here we go. This one is kind of a fire, you know, shooting down the hill when you have it up, but we'll see that in just a minute.
Smooth fuzz.
Now this is going to be more of your Sith. I said it before, I really love blue with this hilt. It looks fantastic, but you know, that's just me.
Rogue Commander.
Now this one here, usually I've seen several Neopixels where they have just the flames going down or the red blade just kind of flowing downward. This is the only one where I've seen it just comes straight out with a much slower moving blue. And obviously you can change that color, but it's just the blade effect that I really think is something to take notice with. One more. Now this one confused me a little bit because it had just a beep. So I thought maybe that was just something that telling me it's off or whatever, but turned out to be a sound font. More of a Luke Skywalker feel to it. It came already with the green on it. I did not change any of these colors thus far.
Teensy.
This one says teensy. Now this one, just your white there. Looks kind of purple in the camera, but it is white.
Smooth Jedi.
Smooth Jedi. Now this one's cool too. It flickers white and yellow. Pretty sweet little thing. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but there it is nonetheless.
Smooth gray.
And here we go. It says smooth gray again, but this time we're with purple. Little mace window deal. See, I mean, like, just this is one thing. I mean, all the sabers I have, with the exception of a couple, all have just this. You know, they all have the smooth swing and everything, but it just doesn't compare sometimes with these. I'm a big fan of Ultimate Works. I love all my LGT sabers and the other retailers, with the exception of one. I've been pretty vocal about that in the past, but I'll skip it this time.
Smooth fuzz.
So this one here, we've got a pink blade. Now, again, these are all the ones that came preloaded. I did not make any of these.
Rogue Commander.
Rogue Commander. Now this will be your rainbow, which is typical on all Neopixels that I've experienced. You know, they always have a rainbow blade font. This one is a little different than my other ones, though.
Teensy.
Now this one here, I was a little confused because it's just little bits of yellow through the blade.
Smooth Jedi.
Team C.
Smooth Jedi.
Team C.
Smooth Jedi. Smooth gray.
There we go. What that was doing. And then we got a little bit of that flicker again. I just absolutely love it. And, you know, I really think that there is something to be said for a good blade plug, which I'm glad that they just give those to you standard. Some places will actually make you pay extra for them. I would say most places, actually. But, you know, needless to say, guys, this is a very smooth and sleek saber. It also is very reasonably priced in the realm of Neopixel sabers. I will give you one more good look. Here is the pommel. You got your little ring there. Pommel here. Now, also, right before I end this, let me show you this. So, the thing about Pack Store and Ultimate Works that I do love is this right here is an easily removed soundboard and speaker. Just all comes out in one easy thing. You know, you can't really go wrong. If you flip it the opposite way, it will switch the buttons, but that's not a big deal. You know, you can just flip it right back if you want to switch it. But easily removed. And the big thing is, if you ever have one of these and it doesn't mean a lot to you to have two soundboards, then you can get what's called a pre-kit. It knocks about, you know, $100 to $200 off of your saber purchase, and you can just switch these out to another Ultimate Works saber. Guys, this right here was just another home run for Ultimate Works. I went with something more basic because I was feeling like doing a little more customization. And a couple of the sabers that I bought recently, you know, with the exception of my Fallen Order back here, that needs to be weathered and all that, you know, ASAP. But, you know, I just wanted something a little more sleek. I will go ahead and just see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the morrow.